Affleck? If you haven't seen it, it's the Affleck time sign. Y'all, we're officially a sign channel, and thank you for 300. I haven't officially said that. We're at 302. Okay, let's get into something. The Colts, they did it. They control their own destiny. Yep, they do. Win and in, lose and out. The easiest scenario ever. And I want to pat myself on the back. Crazy enough, you know me. Sometimes I got an ego. And say, well, who really thought the Colts would be 9-7 right now? I did. I had the Colts going 10-7 on the year. So there's your answer of what I predict. No. I'm not going to predict this game. I'm going to be at this game. I'm going to have energy at this game. And this is the only thing I'm going to talk about that game and the Colts for. So this is not only my final Colts video of the year, but the final one of the season until the recap of the season after the final game. Let's get into it. All right. So, yeah, I might be on Affleck time now, but whatever. Look, guys, Colts played exceptionally well when they have must wins, right? Texans have also played exceptionally well lately. Both teams are the hottest teams really in the AFC that are getting slept on. I think Texans and Colts both get slept on. I think both fan bases feel that. There's one key difference. Texans haven't gone through nearly as much. I think they had the half game of Keenum and the full game of Keenum, and now CJ Stroud's back. Colts have been playing with Gardner for weeks and weeks and weeks. And this guy right here, Michael Pittman Jr., has continued every single week to have great output and just take a, great load of responsibility. He didn't have a great game, but you know who did? The Offensive Player of the Year from 2021, Jonathan Taylor, came back to being at form today. And Colts really handled the Raiders when they came to their offensive run game. Sure, first half wasn't the prettiest, but that second half, the Colts handled the Raiders. And this ain't just some, well, look at the record. No, this Raiders team had put up 63 points on an NFL caliber roster. I know it's the Chargers, think about that. And then they went and they beat the Chiefs. And shout out to those Chiefs. And honestly, the Raiders beating them because I think it motivated that Chiefs team to then beat the Bengals. It wasn't a sure thing that the Chiefs were getting into the playoffs and securing the division unless they won today. So they kind of need that loss of the Raiders to wake up. So Chiefs won. They gave the Colts now an opportunity. Bengals were eliminated. I think Steelers have some wild way to get in. We don't care. The easiest way to see this is Texans win their end, Colts win their end. So then you got to break it down in narratives. I know I don't love narratives always. Let's talk about them. CJ said, I think it was mid-season or it was before the draft, about, I don't know why they, talk about the Nat is scary and all this, da-da-da-da. So he was kind of talking down on Indy, but he was also slighted by, I think, Indy a little bit, because Indy came out and said Anthony Richardson was our pick from the beginning. So he probably thought to himself, kind of like Will Levis did, who was later on, was like, whoa, we're just not as good as they are to you? You're not, right? He got owned by AR in about a quarter and a half. Okay? So, but is that going to fuel him more because he feels slighted, or is it going to fuel the fans in the stands? That's where it comes to next. Colts are doing really good at home right now. The energy's being brought. Colts are bringing it. And this is everything you work for in the season. Nobody other than me and other Colts fans expected this Colts team to win. Nobody. Don't let NFL analysts act like they cared or picked them. Don't let Kyle Brandon or the Good Morning Football act like they cared about us. Nobody did. And I say us about Indy. No one covers Indy. But half that time does. AT Sports. That's probably what we change it to eventually. But this will stay up. You might have seen it in the live stream if you came for the Colts live stream. Awesome win. Awesome live stream. Pacers also 3 straight wins. Tyrese Halliburton balling out of his mind. Indy's up right now. And a lot of people are like this. Oh, whatever, Indy. But Colts make the playoffs. Halliburton continues his tear. Pacers make playoffs. People are going to have to start being like, whoa, Indiana's up again. Indiana's like the Paul George, Andrew Luck era again. They're kind of a threat again. We'll see what happens. No prediction on the Colts. But I do want to say this. Michael Pittman, dog. Alec Pierce, dog. Minshew, when it matters, I think he's a dog. Jonathan Taylor, dog. Trey Sermon, another dog. Tyler Goodson, third-string running back. He can be a dog. Offensive line, they've had their struggles with, really good D linemen, but Texans don't have a lot of dogs on that D line. They do have some. But they're very young. And I think that might be the difference maker. Again, not a prediction. But I think this Colts team has had some more years together. I think a lot of guys are hungry for it. Although I do think Texans are so good, they can have a shot for the dang division next year. But so could Indy. I think Jags actually fall back next year. I didn't think that until I saw some of their play this year. So Colts in with a win. And they take division if Titans beat Jaguars and Colts win. But of course, we don't care about what's going on in that game. Locked in, focused on Colts Houston. Week 18, I'm going with my homie Julian. Let's go Colts. 4 to shoe. Big old chance to shock the world. I think I already did a lot of shocking. So go Colts. Winning in. Whole world wants you out. We want you in. Indy's up. Naptown, baby.